Amy with Well Mommy Scrapping, and I am here with a quick video today. I have been homesick for a couple days with bronchitis, but still wanted to have something to share for Thursday. So I thought I would give an update on where my Journal Your Christmas album is. I had been planning on doing process videos during the month of December, and things just got too hectic. I am not yet done with my Journal Your Christmas album. As you can see, I don't even have a title page yet. But I am getting closer to being finished. So I thought I'd just show you what I've got so far and then give you an idea of what my plans are to get this done. Last year I did not get my album done until November, which was very stressful. So I'm hoping to get it done a little faster. Day one was our manifesto. So I wrote that I didn't want to have to-do lists or anything this year. Day two, hold on, let me find my quick little notes, which apparently are lost. My notes are lost. What shall I do? Oh well, I'll wing it. I don't remember what Tuesday's prompt or day two's prompt was, but this is my daughter helping to actually decorate the outside of the house. She actually got to help my husband with the lights and putting them up with the pole. She was very excited about that. Day three was about Christmas gift. An awesome Christmas gift, I think. I love that I finally got to use some of my big wooden numbers. I've only used these a couple times throughout my album, which it's harder the later on you get because I don't really have any more ones or twos left. So I'm kind of limited on early days and I don't want to do them for everything. But my husband and daughter each got these little robots last year from Star Wars. He got R2-D2 and she got BB-8, and they're controlled with their iPad, iPhone, whatever kind of electronic device. So they have fun playing with those. Monthly plans for day four. I like to print out the this calendar. I cannot remember where it is off the top of my head. When I do my full share, I'll be a little better prepared. But I like to write down all the things I need to add in here. The days that we went up to see my family in Virginia, because our Alexander family Christmas was on the 28th. And there are a couple things that, like, we ended up not doing this downtown Christmas celebration because it was pouring rain, and so unfortunately the town canceled it, which made me so sad because we love going there. Some Christmas cozy for day five. I went with a very small number, and now thinking about it, I don't think I have used any tiny numbers like that since, so that's something I want to be aware of to make sure I go through and try to at least include it one more time. But Christmas cozy, I wrote, means sipping hot cocoa in front of the fire while watching Elf with Elizabeth. Elf is one of our favorite Christmas movies to watch together. It is my favorite Christmas movie, hands down. And we don't normally have the fireplace going with the stockings, but I'm like, it's just for a quick photo. So my husband freaked out only just slightly. I'm also noticing I used my Christmas stickles here, and I don't know if I've used those any other time. So that's something I want to be a little more aware about. Day six was about, I keep forgetting to put that off to the side, I'm sorry. Day six was about Christmas correspondence, and this is where people will usually share their cards that they're doing and giving out. I don't do that too often. I did last year, and it was the first time in, I don't know how to do it this year, but one thing my school does, and this is what I tend to include for my day six, are we're K-8 school, and the middle school write notes to former teachers. So I tend to get a lot of Christmas notes from former teachers, and I like to put them there. And that's why this Post-it note is there. It covers up the student's name. But obviously it's bigger than my 3x4 pocket, but I can pull it out and then tie it with some nice little baker's twine. I've kind of used red and white and green and white baker's twine. Again, this was a school performance, so I covered up my daughter, all of her classmates behind her. And then this was after the show. This kind of came out a little bit. Hold on. This was after the show, and that's her best friend right there, and I wanted to cover up her face. But my daughter, the 4th and 5th graders will participate in a Christmas performance. That's their show for the year. It's Carols at Christmas. This year was the Grinch themed, and that's her music teacher. He's our director. He is amazing. Love that guy. I hope he never leaves our school. But my daughter actually volunteered to do a solo. Guys, my kid. I was beyond excited. So that's her singing her solo. I had to include that because that really made that time just absolutely amazing. I included the program here. I usually end up at some point having some filler pages. On this side is trimming of the tree, and I do not have, oh no, there's 7. Okay, so I did this 2 pages. Okay, so this is actually my filler page, believe it or not, because I would have included the tree on 1 page, but I wanted to include the program. I included it last year also. Next year, I likely won't attend this since my daughter won't be in it, but you never know. If she wants to go, then we'll go. But I have a picture of our Christmas tree, which always seems to look very much the same, and yet it still makes me just so incredibly happy. Something I'm trying to do this year to keep some continuity throughout the album is to use some type of mixed media on every layout every day. And then, so like this one, I've embossed the 3x4 card. I know I've got a bit of a glare there, but I've embossed it, and then I did the gold embellishment mousse on top of it. But also including these little gold trees, those brads. I had a pack of 50 for making memories, so this again tells you how old those are. And I hadn't even opened the package. So I decided that would be perfect to put on every layout. So like I have it here, I don't have it here because this is all still day 8 about the tree. Day 9, my favorite treat. I love hot cocoa. I tend to only really drink it a lot now at Christmas time, but it's my favorite. I love it with whipped cream, a little bit of peppermint, sprinkle some cinnamon or something on top. So I wrote about that. I've got some little splashes of blings by Shimmer's Gold. And then I had a pack of these gold tags also, which I thought they were a little easier to get to, but apparently not. Oh, here they are. That I bought a few years ago from Tuesday Morning. I ran it through one of my embossing folders as well because that was something I wanted to do a little bit more of. I have not done it in some of the later pages, as you'll see, because in the midst of all this is when I started rearranging my scrapbook room. So we actually got some snow. Day 10, I don't remember what day's 10 prompt is supposed to be, but this actually happened that day. So, well, it actually happened the 9th. This picture at least. So we were actually out of school. We never miss school in December for snow. And we've already used all our snow days up. So, which is kind of weird to have used them before our actual snow season hits. But between hurricanes and this lovely bit of weather, that's what happened. My Merry Mentor. In years past, I've written about my daughter a couple different times. I wrote about my dog last year. And this year I wrote about my husband. December is a particularly difficult month for me for a variety of reasons. Most of them are health related and just some bad memories they evoke. So having him stand by me no matter what means so much. Day 12 is Christmas wrapping, and my mother-in-law was so funny. She and her sister had gone shopping and they found these boxes of these really cute tags. And so she just kept going on and on about these tags, and I just had to save them and include them in there. So I've got them to everybody, to all 3 of us. So you'll see these, and this is actually one of them right here. And I took the gold snowflake off to use here. And this side looks, I'll show you the other side. I have a lot of the same one, but what I wanted to do was include some of the notes. It's a tradition on my side of the family that you will write clues to the presents and be as cryptic as possible for the most part, because I don't know why. That's just what we have done in my family for forever. And so I wanted to include some of those gift tags and some of the things where, especially my daughter and her handwriting, because it's changing. She's 10. Her handwriting's different than it was last year, and next year it'll be different too. So while a lot of these look the same, they have meaning to me. And this one was from a gift bag, and I didn't realize it that I was like, oh, look, it shows through just fine. So I had to rearrange some things. And this is a tag that has been in my kit since I first started journaling on Christmas, and I've never used it. And since I included some things in that little binder ring there, I wanted to include it here when the actual prompt was to talk about the weather. So I wrote about, for the 2nd year in a row, we have December snow. While it'll be gone by Christmas, seeing it fall, and our house lit up at night like this feels so very perfect. And I don't know what it is. I know why I like Christmas lights. That goes back to my grandmother. But seeing my house with snow and Christmas lights, it's such a rare thing. Day 14, I can't remember. This was a combination, guys, of Journal Your Christmas and like December Daily, I guess, or December Documentary, whatever you want to call it. But we went and saw Santa Paws. We took Tucker to see Santa Paws at PetSmart. He did not really enjoy himself, and he would not look at my camera. And Santa Paws wouldn't look at my camera because he was so busy, trying to calm Tucker down. But that's okay. And what day is this? 15. I should know that because I stamped 14 first and completely messed it up. Day 14 is about decking the halls, and so I wrote about Deck the Dog, and the fact that my dog is not happy to be wearing a Christmas sweater, but I don't care. He will let Mommy dress him up. He's my sweetie boy. Day 16 are some holiday places you visit, some traditions, entertainment. And this is where I normally put in the downtown festival that we go to. And unfortunately, like I said, that didn't happen because of rain. So I included a picture that happened later on in the month of when we visited Zootastic and saw all the lights. They actually call this the Fruit Loop Forest, the little round circles. And I've been calling them Fruit Loops for years. And that's one of my favorite parts of driving with lights. They have like 3 million lights. It is an impressive event. So happy we got to do that. Day 17, no clue what it was about, but we got Tucker a little peppermint bow tie. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. I don't know if it'll focus or not. But it's got little green and white peppermint stripes. I love peppermint. So finding a little peppermint tie was just perfect. And the little paper, you can hardly see it, but it's peppermint striped. We're almost done. Prompt 18 is supposed to be about Christmas dinner. The picture I have, I shrunk down to 3x4, and it's 3x4 landscape, not 3x4 portrait. So I was like, oh, well, I'll include that later on. So I included a Christmas breakfast. This was at my dad and stepmom's house. They made a waffle recipe from bed and breakfast down in Mexico they used to go to, and some nice crispy bacon. And we all love these waffles. They are not made very often. So to have them and have like an infinite stack of them basically, and they just kept coming, was so much fun. So I had to document that. And then day 19 is Santa, and have to thank Miranda for helping me with this because I'm like, I need help. I can't figure out what this should look like. I went and it's very hard to see. I did some of that gold glimmer blings again on the edge. I started getting to the point where I was using a lot of Nuvo Mist. I don't have any Nuvo Mist. Nuvo Mousse. I have plenty of Glimmer Mist. I have no Nuvo Mist. So this is kind of harder to see. But I had purchased this acrylic Santa from Ellie Studio and was so worried I was going to forget I had it. I kept pulling it out going, don't forget, come on. But this is the first time we actually have all of us together with Santa. So I debated on whether it should be this one or just the photo of Elizabeth and Santa. And the fact that it was all of us, I really wanted to include that. I am not dressed for it. I was not expecting to get my picture taken with Santa, or I would have worn completely different attire. I would be all decked out in like Santa and Christmas stuff. And then finally, we have Where I Am Now. This was about a favorite gift that you've given. And this is Elizabeth this Christmas morning opening up her t-shirts from Tea Turtle. If y'all have not been to Tea Turtle, shameless plug here. They're awesome. Not sponsored at all. I wish I could though, because they're amazing. This one's Squirrel Girl, and the t-shirt I believe is called Going Nuts because it's got squirrels. She loves Squirrel Girl. And this one is, I have no picture that shows what these words say, but it says my puns are, and then there's a koala bear in a teacup. So my puns are koala tea. And she adores puns. She actually loves Lawn Fawn Stamps as her favorite stamping company because they have so many puns. So I just had to include that because I bought it like months ago and I'm like, can't forget to give this. Can't forget. But there's one of those tags for my mother-in-law. I've still got a couple left that I want to see if I can tuck in places. If not, I will save them for the future. So my plans for the remainder of the album. I've only made it to the 20th. I still have to document Peppermint the Elf at school, which I have started working on. There's a picture of my daughter drawing the elf. That's going to end up being 2 pages. I have so many 3x4s of, actually, I've got them in. I haven't finished this, so I've got lots of stuff here. So I need to document Peppermint. I need to document our elf here at home, Buddy. I've not done anything yet with him. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep this full size, so you can see that he's riding our metal chicken, which has significant meaning in our household, as we joke about. That's Beyonce, by the way. Beyonce, the metal chicken. If you've not read that blog post by the bloggist, I highly recommend it. Just look for giant metal chicken. Just be prepared. There's bad language in it, but it is hilarious. So I don't know if I want to keep that size or cut it down and kind of do like another 3x4 page. I still need to include Christmas Eve. I need to include Christmas Day. I need to include Christmas at my mom's house. I need to include Christmas at my dad's house. I need to include, all of our Christmas, the Myers family Christmas. We have like 4 Christmases. By the time we get to the last one, we're all kind of like going, okay, are we done yet? Let's just open these presents and be finished. But there are a lot of cute little things that happen. Like my daughter got some tiny hands. Have you seen those little tiny plastic hands? You like pull your sleeve down and it looks like you got itty bitty hands. She and her cousin Britton tried to open up their presents at one point with tiny plastic hands. And I'd kind of like to put that story in here because it's a funny story. So I have some more pictures like you just saw. They're already printed out. The rest of them are not. I have nothing from Christmas Eve and beyond printed yet. Oh, I want to document my Starbucks cup too, because I love to have my Starbucks coffee this time of year in a red cup. So I want to document that too. I do have a photo already printed out, so I won't forget that one. But I need to print Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then the Alexander week that we spent up there, those 3 or 4 days. So that will probably end up being done on my personal printer. The rest of these were done from Persnickety Prints. Most of the ones in the middle, some of them from the beginning, I think I printed on my old printer, but then that printer kind of started dying. Because there's one photo in here I can really see it with, and I'm like, oh, I need to get a new printer. So I kind of, I've had it since 2011 actually, so 8 years is a good run for a printer, at least in my book, especially when I print hundreds and hundreds of photos every year. So, excuse me. All right, so there's my album. I am hoping to have this finished. I wanted to have it finished by the end of January. I don't think that's going to happen. This weekend is an online scrapbooking party for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. I am doing a challenge for that at 10 a.m. So if you're part of that club, 10 a.m. Saturday morning, you can catch me doing my live challenge. But I want to see if I can spend some of my time at that party doing challenges that will also relate to this book. If not, I may just scrapbook for my book because I just kind of want to get it done. I don't want it hanging over me like I had last year. So right now, those are my plans. They're kind of not concrete plans, and if I end up going into February with it, that's fine too. I just don't want it to drag on. I want to be able to actually put away, excuse me, my Christmas supplies. Excuse me. All right. That tells me I need to go and end my video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Please comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell, do whatever you do with YouTube, or don't do any of it. It's up to you. I would like to get some more subscribers, but I'm not going to force anybody. I'm still making videos regardless, so just keep showing up and watching the videos. I hope everybody has a lovely day.